Hello and welcome to your team preview for the semifinals of the CIL Season 3. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. It's been a long time, right? It's been a really long time. It's been a super long time. What happened? What's happened so far? So we got a bye. We got a bye, right? Through the first rounds. We're into the semi because we had, a really good record, good differential, all that stuff. We were the league leader. We were the conference leader in our conference. So we got put at the top of the bracket in the semifinals automatically. Boom, there it is. Well, there have been some waits, right? There have been a lot of waiting. There's been a lot of waiting, and basically on the other side of the bracket, which has Kevin and Chase and Rachel. Rachel had to drop out, so there was Kevin and Chase, but they wanted to wait until Craig and Tony could play on my side of the bracket. Oh my gosh. So here we are. Craig and Tony had played. Craig put up an amazing fight, the Colorado Rapidash, but unfortunately for Craig and for Yogurt Time, honestly, Tony took the win. And so now we're about to play Tony. So Tony is our opponent. But before we get into that, let me just say, you guys submitted some names for the Season 3 Cocoa Puffs. And while there were some good ones, there was one that Mav suggested. Mavro. He traded us the Garchomp, actually. So we got Garchomp from him, and he had named it Corrin after the Fire Emblem character Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates. Female version of Corrin. The extra R matters. And I thought, hey, I like Fire Emblem. Why don't we just do that? So that's what we did. We did Fire Emblem theme. So real quick, you can see our entire team down at the bottom, except for obviously Flygon and Golbat, who got traded and then got free agency and all that stuff. I put them down there because, you know what? If we win or lose today, we win or lose as a team. And I don't want everybody down there. I want everybody down there. So we added we added Golbat and Flygon, although they don't have names. But Lynn is Mega Lopunny, Tapu Bulu is Ike, Nihiligo has been named Tharja, Vikavolt is Robin, male Robin, because he brings the thunder. Suicune, Azura, Lady of the Lake, I felt like that was appropriate. Delmise is Hector, he's big, he's burly, he has an axe. I feel like that's about as close to an anchor as it's gonna get. Could have gone after a pirate character, but Hector felt right. Darmanitan is Roy. Roy's our boy. Darmanitan actually got MVP. Most kills, most consecutive kills, I don't know. He won in a landslide. So Roy is our boy, as is Darmanitan, except not Zen mode. Anna, the Mimikyu, is a bit of a trickster, so I went with Anna for that one. Tiki is Kyurem. Tiki is like the original dragon from Marth's storyline. Donald the Shuckle, which I felt was very appropriate, because if you guys have played Awakening, or you know anything about Awakening, or you play Fire Emblem Heroes and you've seen Donald, he is so Shuckle. He's such a Shuckle. And then we have Corrin, the female Corrin, as Garchomp. So that's what I went with. Welcome to your Season 3 Cocoa Puffs. Kind of plus Golbat and and Flygon, but not really Garchomp, because she wasn't ours to begin with. Anyway, enough of that. You see at the top, it is the CIL Season 3 semis versus the Surf. Please no, not like this. That is exactly what I was debating going in. Please no, not like this. So here's the problem with the Surfs, which before I get into any of this, I want to say thank you to Tony for stepping in and finishing out. I believe Alec originally had this team, but he dropped like mid-season or something like that. And Tony came in and picked it up. He's done very well with the team. I think he's only made one change to it, honestly. It's a very well-drafted team. I would argue it is probably one of the most difficult teams to prep for this season. And I was dreading having to play it. I really didn't want to play it. I genuinely did not want to play it. And I've been queasy about it for weeks. And so we're finally going to get it underway. Let me tell you Tony's team. He has Mega Swampert, Tapu Koko, Jirachi, Latios, Politoed, Marowak, Alolan, Amoonguss, Druddigon, Togekiss, Alolan Raichu, and Blaziken Blaze because Speed Boost is banned. So, I mean, he's got Electric Terrain mode, he's got Rain mode, he has Paraflinch up the wazoo. Like, he's got 2 Serene Grace users. Let's just take a moment. He has Jirachi and Togekiss. In preparation for this game, Togekiss, Jirachi, Amoonguss, they all made such a huge problem. Which is why, as you'll see with our team, why we had to go with what we did. So I'm gonna be outrightly blunt with you guys about this, okay? I couldn't not prep for both modes. He might bring both modes. I don't know. So we had to do a little bit of both. We had to try and cover coverage, and I spent, you know, at least a week just like bopping my head back and forth trying to figure out what to do. I didn't really know what to do. You know, the Koko's office was downtrodden. It's not a good time right now in the Tapu Koko's office. But you know, for what it's worth, I mean, that core is disgusting, and there's got to be a lot of right calls made. It honestly comes down to team preview and what I see against me right in that moment. Because as you'll see, there are a couple mons that have a good place, right? They have a good fit in this team. The first 5 I feel like are pretty solid, no complaints. But then there's that last slot where you're like, well, if he brings pure rain mode, I'm toast. Or if he brings just electric terrain mode, I can't win without this. And then, you know, what are you gonna do? So at the end of the day, it's a tough call to make. You know, it's a really tough call to make, and nobody really knows how it's gonna fall until you see that team preview. Sometimes you get good matchups, sometimes you get bad matchups, and this is one of those instances. So it's unfortunate that it happens in the semifinals, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. We went, what is it? We went 7-1. We had a monstrous differential. We had one of the hardest schedules this season. You know, no matter how it shakes out, I'm proud of how we played. I'm glad you guys were along for the ride with me. No matter what, I am proud of how we did this season. And you know, we'll look towards season 4 with high hopes and glimmering eyes. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm not the best Draft League player. I know that. And to come this far, to do this well, and then to play a team with so many triggers on one team in the semifinals, it hurts. It hurts real bad. But all that set aside, we have not lost yet. We haven't lost yet. Let's see how we can win, shall we? So we have Tharja the Nihilego with a Focus Sash, that Beast Boost. We need the speed. We need the speed. So if we get the speed boost, or we're not going to get the speed boost. We're not going to get the speed boost. I'm just kidding. We need to be speedy to outspeed everything that we can for the most part. Honestly, we want to be able to handle, you know, Modest Raichu outside of terrain. We want to be able to handle things that are like that. Honestly, this team has gone through so many edits. It was originally Scarf Nihilego who could outspeed Adamant Max Speed Swampert in rain. But that was on a different team with a different support mon, and so we changed it. This had the most realistic way of taking down, you know, either option that he could send at us or both. So this is what we're going with. We've got Sludge Wave, Classic. We've got Psychic to handle Amoonguss, should we be having to deal with that. We've got Stealth Rocks and then Grass Knot, which again, Grass Knot will be able to handle Mega Swampert if he brings Mega Swampert. I genuinely don't know. But Tharja's here. We're gonna do some stuff. If you haven't noticed, everybody's shiny. We got our sports duds on. Is that a term? Sports duds with two Z's. We have Ike, the Tapu Bulu with Assault Vest, because Assault Vest Bulu is so good. Horn Leech, Zen Headbutt, Brutal Swing, and Rock Slide. So Bulu's gonna do really well in rain. He's gonna be able to handle rain, hands down. He's gonna be able to handle Mons with you know, the electric terrain, the Raichu and the Koko. But against his core of Amoonguss, Togekiss, and Jirachi, he gets absolutely bodied. So, you know, there's that. We have one answer, but we don't have an answer to the other. We have Azura the Suicune. Pretty much a defensive set here with leftovers, Calm Mind, Substitute, Surf, and Ice Beam. Late game, if we can get behind the sub and, you know, take a hit, Calm Mind up. This one can probably most likely live a Thunderbolt if it's like +1 from a timid Raichu. You know, there are rolls, there are lots of things that we can't prepare for. We just gotta do the best we can. This thing is going to probably be the most likely effective thing against things like Latios, like Jirachi, things like that. Definitely Swampert. We can definitely handle Swampert with this guy because we are defensive. So ideally, if we can come in on Swampert, if we don't have any other answers to take it out, we can get behind the sub and do that. Anna, the Mimikyu with Phytium Z. Ooh. All right, so we had Phytium Z this week, right? And we've never really brought Z crystals for the most part. And honestly, we don't really have any good fighting Pokemon except Mega Lopunny, who can't hold a Z crystal. So that's kind of moot. Mimikyu is packing Woodhammer, Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, and Bulk Up. So Z Bulk Up. You guys ready for this? Z Bulk Up is going to get us to +1 defense, +2 attack. So essentially, it is a Swords Dance with a defense boost. Now, there's no item, obviously, because we had to use a Z Crystal for that. But I thought that was just too good to pass up. This, if we bulk up, and we still have Disguise, we beat Jirachi, because Shadow Sneak is a 2-hit KO. So that's kind of nice. Woodhammer is also there for support against Rain Mons, like annoying things like Politoed and stuff like that. Play Rough, you know, obviously for things like Latios, things that the other 2 attacks don't want to deal with. We can Play Rough things. Amoonguss does not really worry about Mimikyu. So there's that. We're a little bit weak to Amoonguss. That Amoonguss core. Same with that stupid Togekiss. Like, there are so many things that I hate on this team. We have Corrin, the Garchomp, also sporting an Assault Vest. Rock Slide, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Poison Jab. So this spread is something I spent a little bit of time on. We pick up KOs where we need to pick up KOs, but we live a lot of important things as an Assault Vest. So this Garchomp is more bulky. It's more bulky. We're gonna have to play it well. If Togekiss was not on the team, this Garchomp would do so well. This Garchomp would do so well. But we can't really spam EQ, and depending on what the Togekiss set is, we don't really have a great answer for it. So here we come. You guys can see that the final choice here is in fact Darmanitan, aka Roy. I've spent so long like just trying to figure out what I should do with the last slot. Like, I've had Delmise on the team, I've had Shuckle on the team, I've had Darmanitan on the team. I considered Kyurem at one point. Like, there are so many. Vikavolt was originally on the team. Like, oh gosh, there's so much. But ultimately, Darmanitan is the only thing that really handles Amoonguss, Togekiss, and Jirachi. So we had to bring it. So, I mean, Blue, why are you bringing Darmanitan to a rain fight and an electric terrain fight where it's way outsped? Excellent question, viewer. I have no way to handle that sick, disgusting core. And if Tony plays it right, it will dance literal circles around every other Pokemon I have on this team. So Darmanitan is there to hit things very hard, very fast. We have U-Turn, Flare Blitz, and Rock Slide, and then Grass Knot. If it comes to that, it'll do about 30% to Swampert. I mean, I don't really need another attack necessarily. Zen Headbutt would be nice, I guess. But ultimately, Flare Blitz is going to do more. Like, I think even in rain, it does more against things like Amoonguss. So, for what it's worth, that's kind of what we got to go with, you guys. Like I said, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's all going to come down to that team preview. I don't know what it's going to look like. Tony's played the team pretty well. So, it very much depends on what he's got cooked up. So, that is our team preview. I'm going to go ahead and contact Tony, get this team, to get this battle underway so we can finally start moving the CIL playoffs along. We are the first to play in the semifinals. Chase and Kevin have yet to play. So if we win or lose, we will either be playing the winner of that match, or we will just not be playing at all. Either way, at the end of the day, I have this to either celebrate or ease my sorrows. So I'm going to be opening that a little bit later. Thank you, Fire Emblem, for not being Pokemon. Anyway, that's it. We're going to get into the game, and I will see you guys in just a minute. Alright, guys, it is time. It is time. Oh, man. So, Tony's bringing Togekiss Jirachi, which I was afraid of. There's no Amoonguss. There's no Amoonguss, which is nice. There's Druddigan, there's Koko, there's Marowak, and then there is Swampert. So, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what's happening right now. But there's no rain mode, and there's no electric terrain mode. So, unless he's got like manual rain, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know what. I don't know what's happening. Basically, I don't know what's happening. So let's just kind of look at this real quick. There is Togekiss, which is a problem. He doesn't have a defogger, unless it's Togekiss. So, you know, for what that's worth. There's Jirachi, which Jirachi's always kind of a pain, you know. I'm going to say... probably want to lead Nihilego. Yeah, I think Nihilego's probably the safe lead here. I think Nihilego's probably the safe lead. We can get rocks up. I assume that Druddigan is probably his rock setter. I would assume. I assume that's what's happening. Let's just go ahead and lead Tharja. And Druddigan is, in fact, coming out. So that's you know, for what that's worth, that's fine. I think... I mean, do I want to set up rocks? Do I want to get rid of my Sash immediately? I guess that's kind of the question, you know. Let's just go ahead and Stealth Rock. Let's not question it. He might EQ. He's gonna Iron Head. Okay, so Iron Head is the play there. See, Nihilego's decent here. Nihilego is still decent here. I think what we need to do is go into Azura. I think that's what we got to do. If he sets up rocks, then, you know, it's GG for that. But he's just going to Iron Head. Note that he did not get us behind, or he didn't take us to Sash. He didn't take us to Sash. So let's just do a quick calc. Let's be thorough. Let's just be thorough. Let's see, Iron Head. Let's see how much that does. So he's got some attack investment. I mean, it's likely a roll, but he could be, you know, max attack. I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna get behind the sub. I'm gonna just go ahead and get behind the sub here. He's gonna glare. That's not gonna work on me because I am behind the sub. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay. So here we just kind of start calm minding. We did outspeed it, which is nice. So Stealth Rocks are up now. Rocks are up. That's never good for us, you know. It's never good for us. I'm gonna keep calm minded because I don't think there's anything he can do here. But send in Jirachi. Okay, so that's, you know, that's probably okay. What does Jirachi do? I know all the things that Jirachi wants to do, but I don't know what this one wants to do, and that's a little troubling for me. I honestly kind of want to go ahead and just see. He got rocks up, obviously, so Nihilego is a little bit of a sack at this point. That's not great for us. What do you do? I mean, Zen Headbutt maybe could be a thing that you're doing. That's something that you're doing. I know I get Zen Headbutt. Zen Headbutt's going to do about 20. Surf is going to do anywhere from 30. Well, let me increase here. We are +2. Surf's going to do 51 to 60. So I guess we can go ahead and just surf. He is Zen Headbutting. That does not break our thing, which is nice. And that did 49. So he does have SPDF. He does have SPDF investment, or at least HP investment, something along those lines. Assuming that did that much, I'm gonna go ahead and sub up again. I'm playing the long game here. Definitely playing the long game here, because I don't want to get bodied. What do you do? I mean, he's not gonna break us once, so we can Calm Mind. We can keep Calm Minding, and that should be okay. Now he's lefties. So we can sub again, because that's gonna break, and we just get behind the sub again. Nice. I want to get to a point where, I mean, does it matter that much? Doesn't matter that much though. How much would a 2.5 do? I'm +3. 64, so likely about 70%. I'm gonna go for another Calm Mind, because he just went for that Zen Headbutt, right? And I subbed. Okay, so we have another. We have another sub we can do before the, or we have another Calm Mind we can do. Oh, he missed it. Oh, he missed it though. Oh no. Oh, that helps us a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that helps us a lot. I'm not even mad. I am not even mad. I'm not even mad. So this might be enough to take it out. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna Calm Mind one more time. We're just gonna keep Calm Minding here. This is the play. This is the play that we make. And we're gonna sub up again. I see, like, I know what I'm doing, right? Like, I know what I'm doing, obviously. It worries me. Because if he gets a crit anywhere right now, then we are so donezo. We are so donezo. How much is a +6? How much does a +6 surf do? Okay, so that will likely knock it out. That will likely knock it out, which is a-okay with me. So there's Mega Swampert. There's Swampert. Mega Swampert. Oop. Let's check the swamp. Let's check the swamp. We got Mega Surf. Surf might KO. Surf may actually KO. Ice Beam's not, but Surf might. Surf might. He's going into Drought again, that's fine. How much is this gonna do? A lot. I did a lot. Holy cow. Okay. Alright, so that did a lot. That did like a lot. I'm just gonna keep surfing. We gotta keep surfing, man. We gotta keep surfing here. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I mean, we have rocks up, so there are no sashes that can happen here. Togekiss. Togekiss. What do you do? What do you do? Ice Beam. You should maybe KO? You KO max HP. How much do you do? You KO. I don't think that crit mattered. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it mattered. I don't think that it mattered. We're going to go for Surf again. He's going to EQ us. That is okay. That is alright. I'm genuinely not too afraid. I mean, Koko's here. Obviously, Koko's here. How does Koko do against us? How does Koko do us? Let's just say it's like a Life Orb. What? Nope. You have. What is it? Electric Surge. That's what you are. Let's just say you have Life Orb. Let's just call you Modest. Let's just call you Modest. We might as well, right? Let's call it Modest. So yeah, nah, we're pretty okay. Unless he's like Wild Charge. Are you Wild Charge? Okay, Wild Charge could be a problem. Wild Charge could be a problem. He is Wild Charge. Oh, but we live it. But we live it though. That's okay then. That's a-okay then. Ooh. Okay. So he wasn't adamant. Was he Jolly? Was he Jolly? Was he not Jolly Life Orb? I'm not sure. Genuinely don't know. We're gonna surf. Oh, guys, are we getting a 6-0 sweep? Are we getting a 6-0 sweep right now? I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Kevin, because he told me to run sub Suicune, and that made a huge ball of difference. I'm not even gonna kid. He made a huge ball of difference there. I'm gonna go for sub. I just want to make sure that we don't misplay, because Jirachi has the hacks. And I hate Jirachi. So I want to make sure that we play it well to the very end. There it is. Holy cow, guys. I mean, I don't know what just happened, but we took it. We absolutely took it. Sorry, I'm congratulating Tony on a good run right now. Thank you again to Tony for stepping in and filling in. Like I said, this isn't his team. He just kind of picked it up when Alec had to drop. So, I mean, sub Calm Mind Suicune, man. Oh my goodness. Guys, we're in the finals. We are in the finals. I'm interested to know like what Tony's game plan was with that, because that is the opposite of what I expected. I expected some kind of terrain mode. I expected some kind of hard rain mode. I genuinely do not know what his thought process was there, but whatever it was, he was not really prepped for Calm Mind sub Suicune. Wow. Sorry, I'm like, I'm not kidding you guys. I literally spent like a week and a half, 2 weeks, sick to my stomach, queasy about this game. And now, like, that's it. That's it. We got it. Coco Puff's in the finals. Good game to Tony again. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna leave his Twitter link in the description below if you guys want to check Tony out. He's also one of my mods on Twitch. So playing Tony was really bittersweet. You know, like I did not like this. That's exactly why this team was called No Not Like This. Because you know, I never like to play a close friend. Another league that I'm in right now, I have to play another friend of mine, like right off the bat, week 1, and I played him in St. Louis, and I was just like, oh no, please. That one's probably going to be titled "Please No Not Again" too. Which we are going to be doing that. You guys, if you saw the update video, then you know all that already. So, whew. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here, I suppose, because we're donezo. We're donezo. We got to wait for Kevin and Chase to play. The Kinglers and whatever team Chase has. I don't know. Whatever team Chase has. No, Chase. What is Chase? Chase, what are you? I'm gonna find your name right now, Chase. Chase. What is your team name? We played him once already. And he did really well last season, too. He got to the finals last season, too. The Blastoise, the Bentonville Blastoise, yeah. So, I mean, we've played Kevin, we've played Chase, we've won against both of them. Actually, that was week 1 and week 2. Week 1 and week 2, we played, week 1 we played Kevin, week 2 we played Chase. And I don't really want to play them again, but now we have to. So, for what it's worth, I'm not looking forward to that at all. Chase has had some roster changes. Kevin has kind of as well. He switched one up, kind of like I did. But I guess we'll find out whenever we play them next. For a lot of build-up, this was a little anticlimactic, but that's okay. We, as I said, we take those. I'm bummed that I didn't get to show off Bulk Up Mimikyu. I'm really, really bummed about that, but I guess you guys saw it in the team builder, so so I guess for what it's worth, it would have been cool. It would have been really cool. But again, I built this team with something very, very different in mind, and I don't really have a good grasp of what Tony was going for. So I'm gonna maybe find out from him. Again, GG to Tony. This has gone on probably long enough for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Our season's not done. As somber a tone was during the team builder, our season is not over. Our season's not over. We're in the finals. We gotta play for the cup, so to speak. And they're the two we have to play are definitely no slouches. So that's it, guys. Tapu Koko Puffs in the finals, CIL Season 3. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. I'm not entirely sure, but the DBL will be starting up soon. So if you guys are interested in more league stuff, this is a double battle, double battle league 6v6, best 2 out of 3, I think. But I'll get more into that. I'll get more into that at a later date. This is the CIL time. We are in the finals. I'm gonna vomit. I feel nauseous. All right. I will see you guys later. As always, I am Blue, and I will catch you next time with an all-new CIL match coming your way. It will be the finals. It will be the finals, so I will catch you guys then.